stuff to talk about. It's still in the back of my head, and it always will be. Now, do I look like a pro level bikini athlete? Probably not. I was not broken. I'm not broken. Maybe emotionally, but not physically, not broken. But I'm hungry for more. But no, I'm not starting prep just yet. I am actually in a bikini. Now, there is purpose to this. We have some stuff to talk about. And I need to stay awake. So I've just got back from the gym. A very busy day today. I got up at 5. I did all my client check-ins. I still have a few people to get back to, but client check-ins are done. I had 2 hours of posing clients. And I then went to the gym and I did my last session of the off season. So obviously that is going to be the topic of today's video. It's going to be more of a sit down one. I might bring you into tomorrow to show you what I get up to on my last day of the off season. I might not. You're going to have to stay tuned and see. It all depends on how long our chit chat is. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more of a sit down video. I did say I was going to be doing an off season wrap up, and that is exactly what I'm here to do. I don't have notes. I didn't take any notes. I didn't have time. Because I've been really busy with work, setting up new clients, and just producing a lot of content for Instagram that I honestly just didn't have the time and the brain power to sit down and brainstorm this video. So I'm not going to keep the intro any longer. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what is going to be going on very soon. And leave me a comment and make sure you head over to Instagram and follow me there as well, because I have been putting out a lot of content out there. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, I have the heating on. I just turned it on, so I'm probably going to get warm at some point and have to take this off. So yeah, we'll deal with that in a bit. So I have just completed a 23-week improvement season. I am going to pull up some stats in a moment. Obviously, let's start with how this improvement season was different to all of my previous ones, because this off season is truly the first one in my bodybuilding career that I can call a proper off season. So I think obviously the biggest change that we have seen from me was the change of coaches. So I moved from my previous coach to Kuba, which has been nothing but incredible. I don't have a bad word to say about Kuba. What he's done for me is, like, what he's done for me in 23 weeks, nobody else could have done for me in 3 years. So this just kind of speaks for itself. He's a highly dedicated coach. He truly cares for his athletes, and even not knowing who I am, not knowing my history, he was amazing to me, and he knew exactly what he needed to do with me. He knew when I started that I was in no position mentally to diet, so we went straight into a bulk or an off-season, improvement phase, growth season, whatever you want to call it. And we actually ended up extending it. It was supposed to finish at about 16 weeks. But we decided to just keep going until the end of the year, because I was in such a groove with food, with training, that we didn't really want to break that momentum. And we knew we could get a lot more growth out of me. So we are going to break this video down into some pointers. I think first of all we really want to know is how my relationship with food has changed. So this is going to be topic number 1, relationship with food. If you followed my journey in the past, if you followed my previous preps, my previous reverses and off seasons, you know that I struggle with binge eating disorder. That is obviously not something that just goes away, but it can be managed. You can learn how to manage it, and obviously in time get over it. But it's not something that you can get over overnight. It takes, I would say, years. Like, it is still in the back of my head, and it always will be. But in a good way, because it makes me think before I do anything, because I know what it feels like to be in that hole, and I never want to be there again. So if I ever have an urge to binge, that's all I need to think about. I just need to think back to the past, But I also need to think into the future because the stakes right now are crazy high. And if I was to fall down that hole again, I honestly don't know if I could keep bodybuilding. So I haven't binged once since I started with Kuba, and I haven't felt the need to, which is amazing. Obviously for the first couple of weeks I just stuck to my meal plan as it was. But then obviously I did start introducing free meals because I wasn't going to go like months and months on end without eating out with family or friends, or cooking a home cooked meal that's not on my meal plan or not at a Tupperware. So that was definitely the biggest challenge for me at the start, and I nailed it. I'm already warm, Jesus Christ. And I think I absolutely nailed it. There wasn't a single time that I overdid food. Not a single time. I'm in such a good place with food. I know how to fuel my body. I understand my cravings. I understand hunger and fullness. And they're just, how do you say it? They're like cues that my body wasn't really aware of in the past. I could eat past the point of fullness. I was never full. I was always hungry. I could keep eating. But I have truly gotten to a point where I can actually listen to my body. I know where I'm hungry. I know when I'm not hungry. And I've definitely proved that when I was on holidays over Christmas in Poland, where obviously that was quite the big struggle. And I did talk about that in previous videos. So learning how to listen to my body. And all of that I have learned from Kuba. And it's amazing because a lot of the methods that he used on me, I'm now able to apply to my own clients and teach them about a healthy relationship with food. Because obviously I can combine my own experiences with Kuba's knowledge, combine that together, quite the mix. So that has been going really well as well. So that's that. My relationship with food is the healthiest it's ever been. And I know that if I could have nailed those 23 weeks now, I know that the next reverse that I have, the next off season that I have is going to be even better than this one, which already sounds crazy because how does it get better than this? And trust me, I'm not restricting myself. Like if there's something I'm really craving and I really want it, I'm going to have it, but I'm just going to count it into my macros. Same thing with eating off plan. I try my best to like guesstimate and, on average, just estimate how many calories this could have, how many I could take out. But in order to be able to do that, here comes my actual nutrition. My food has never been so high. I am eating 3,200 calories on a leg day, which obviously is going to change from after tomorrow. I'm eating 3,200 calories on a leg day, 2,700 on an upper body day, 2,400 to 500 on a rest day, because I have 2,400 calories, but then I usually allow myself like a coconut, oat milk cappuccino on a rest day. So let's say 2,500 calories. Now, previously, I have never gotten to that food unless I was binging, obviously, then I'm sure I ate a lot more. I have never gotten to that point without my digestive system causing me issues. I have IBS. I've had about 2 flare-ups since working with Kuba, and they were mainly stress related, not food related. And like, I thought I can't have dairy. I'm eating Greek yogurt. I thought I can't eat beef. I eat 100 grams of beef every single day. So just his methods just work. And as I said, a lot of this I have applied to my own clients as well. I've educated myself a lot more throughout this off season as well. A lot of reels can be found on my Instagram with the knowledge that I have gained over the last couple of months. Because I'm all about giving out free advice as much as I can. It's not just about the money for me. I love what I do, and the fact that I can learn from such a high level coach is really good for me. It's good for business, but it's really, obviously really good for my career. So we've covered food, we have covered my relationship with food. Let's get into training, and I will talk about plans going forward towards the end of our chit chat, so make sure you stay tuned. Let's talk about training. So I'm on 4 training days, which are heavily glute focused. I have 2 leg days, 1 push day, and 1 glutes and lats. So when you think about it, it's 2.5 leg days a week out of 4 sessions, which is more than 50%. So training has been absolutely incredible, which is definitely reflecting in my physique. I have just actually posted a reel. I might try and insert it here. If not, head to Instagram. After my last session of the off season, I took a good pump video after training. I just had to document it, obviously. So I'm gonna put it there. So as you can see, the training has definitely been reflecting in my physique. This is the leanest I have ever been in an off season, but it's also the the most dense that I have looked. Like, my glutes have definitely grown. Have they grown a huge amount? I don't know, and I won't know until I cut down on body fat, but my glutes have definitely grown. I am starting to see a bit of hamstring here and there. Upper body is just ridiculous. Like, it actually needs to chill. And I've managed to keep body fat levels in a really good spot, even though I wasn't starting this off season in a lean standpoint. I was already a little bit heavier after holidays and everything. So the fact that we kept pushing more food, but I was actually looking leaner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert my first check-in with Cuba. And let me sit myself in the middle. I'm going to insert my first check-in with Cuba on the 4th of August, I believe. I think I paid him on my birthday. That's how I remember when we started. So 4th of August. And then I'm checking in tomorrow. So I'm going to have this edited after tomorrow. So I'm going to pop in tomorrow's check-in. So the last check-in of the off season. Now, there is 63. There is only a 4 kilo difference between these photos. Let that sink in. This is only a 4 kilo difference. And yes, I have worked a little bit on my posing, which I've done myself, by the way. I am a posing coach, if you don't know. There was some issues with my front pose, mainly, and I actually fixed it myself. So this just proves that I think I know what I do. But anyway, besides the point. So you can see the results for yourself. And I truly believe that a lot of this was truly attained through, obviously, nutrition being number one, but B, training. I have never trained the way I do before, with such focus on technique and tempo, not just pushing weight. I have actually massively decreased the amount of weight I lift in the gym, but I have completely transformed the way that I lift it. And you can see that on my Instagram as well. If you go over there, I have a lot of training videos. You can really see how much attention I pay to form, to technique, to correct posture within exercises, correct bracing and breathing, which I never even did. I'm sending Kuba training clips after every single session, and I now know how to train, but that doesn't mean everything I do in the gym is going to be perfect, especially when we start introducing new movements. So I like to take clips for myself so I can review a set before going into my next set, because a lot of the times I can pick out my own mistakes. But I will also send 2 clips from every session to Cuba for his analysis, and that way I have learned an incredible amount about training. So it's been tough. Like, the training is savage. This is why I only have 4 training days to be able to recover from them. I'm not sure what's going to happen going forward. I don't know if there's going to be more training days. Are we sticking to the same training plan? Is he changing the training plan? I don't know. So that is something that I'll tackle when I get it. Now, there is some movements I absolutely despise in my training plan. I fucking hate walking lunges. I really don't like the Smith reverse lunges. I really don't like lunges, it turns out. So there is a couple of things I don't like, but that doesn't mean I wasn't doing them. I have been doing them religiously every single session that I needed to, and it has definitely paid off. Because now, do I look like a pro level bikini athlete? Probably not, and I'm probably not going to be there for another little while. But I am extremely proud of where I have A, taken my physique this off season, but B, where I have taken my mindset. I have never been so focused. I have never enjoyed the process so much. Like, normally I'd be striving to be in prep. Now I'm absolutely loving the off season. I'm the most confident I've ever been in an off season. I'm at the very, very peak of the off season. This is the fattest I'll be. And now I did just eat. So ignore that. And I am on my period, which I'm going to talk about as well, actually. And I am on my period, and I have no space here to move the chair. But like, this is 3 meals in, about 4 liters of water, and at the very heaviest that you're going to see me this year. So the fact that I can walk around the gym at the peak of my off season in sport bras and crop tops. Now shorts I'm not comfortable with, but I do hold a lot of body fat in my legs. I always have, and I do get a bit self-conscious about that still. But the fact that I'm rocking crop tops and tank tops and open back and all of that, and you know, showing my stomach deep in an off season is one of the biggest wins for me, because I used to always be the one to just cover myself up. The bigger the t-shirt, the better, because I was so self-conscious about my body in an off-season. Whereas now, because of the way I look compared to previous years, I'm super confident and super, super proud of how far I have come with my physique. So, the last thing we're going to talk about in terms of this off-season, I think it's going to be the last thing anyway, before we go into future plans. So the last thing we're going to talk about is my health. I had to take a vape break and get my thoughts together. Remember, do as I say, not as I do. Vaping is bad for you. Don't vape. I'm not giving up. I don't care. Coffee? Let's dive back in. My health. Wow, okay, I don't know where to begin with that. I have never been so healthy. I have gotten to the healthiest state in 4 months' time. Less, because I was at the healthiest about 2 months ago. So I think in about 2 months, I have most importantly regained my cycle. After 3 years of amenorrhea for various reasons. Just back in the day being a teenager, starving myself, being on the pill, coming off the pill and starving myself, getting to low levels of body fat, then pair that with prep, and reverses that weren't handled very well. I didn't have my cycle for about 3 years. I used to get like one here and there, maybe once or twice a year tops. Whereas working with Kuba, I think it was after 2 months, I got my first cycle. I was like, okay, you know, I had one last year, let's not get too excited. Missed the next one. I was like, okay, still not there. 90 days later, my cycle came. I was like, okay, that is 2 this year. That's already a step up, okay. But then, from that second cycle, I am currently on my 3rd in a row. 28 days apart. Exactly 28 days apart, all of them. So I have had 4 cycles in the last 4.5 months, and 3 of them being exactly bang on. That is just mind-blowing to me, because I was starting to lose hope I'll ever have a normal cycle again without having to go on the pill. And that's something I really don't want to do, because A, of my bad experiences being on the pill, and B, I know it does slow down rate of muscle gain as well, which I still have a lot of muscle to pack on, and I'm not going to risk anything getting in the way of that. And I know it's not a good mindset to have when you don't have a period, because even though I don't want kids, having a regular cycle is something that is really important to me, because I want to be a properly functioning female. So I think I put that down to mainly nutrition. Obviously my nutrition has been on point. My supplementation has been on point. I am really taking care of my health from within. And obviously the introduction of growth hormone and female testosterone has definitely played part, because after getting my bloods done last, my testosterone was almost 0. So we made the decision to introduce female testosterone, femtest, and that has definitely played part in bringing my cycle back. I'd say another kind of benefit of that is just my mood. I am definitely more positive. I am more uplifted, let's say, even with so much shit that was going on in my life. My breakup, some health problems in the family, financial stress, work stress. It is still the happiest I have been in a very long time. Just overall, I don't stress as much. I try to look at things more positively. My sleep has improved a lot. My hair and my skin and my nails have never been healthier. Now, I have been taking a little bit more care of my skin. with a bit more extensive skincare routine. But even at that, like, I don't break out as much. I'll only get a couple of like hormonal breakouts before my period. Other than that, my skin is super clear. My hair is just growing like mad. I used to do my roots every 8 to 9 weeks. I now do it every 4 to 6 weeks because of how fast my hair is growing. Nails, they're good. Obviously, I do break them a lot in the gym, but that's just me. So yeah, this is definitely the healthiest I have ever been, and you know, I have to give praise to Kuba where it's needed, because it is thanks to him. Another benefit, actually, maybe one that's not talked about so much, is my libido. So definitely an increase there too. 100%. You know, I thought I was broken at one point. I was not. I was not broken. I'm not broken. Maybe emotionally, but not physically, not broken. So yeah, I think that kind of concludes where I'm at right now and how this off season went. The off season of my life, the best one I have had since starting competing in 2021. The best I've looked in an off season. The best I have looked at this body weight. I've definitely put on muscle. How much, I can't tell you. Am I super satisfied with the results? I'm satisfied with the results. I'm proud of the work I've put in. I'm proud of the outcome, but I'm hungry for more, because that's the beauty of this. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. There is always something you can improve on, and that will apply to every aspect of your life. And this off season has also definitely transferred over to other aspects of my life. I am working really, really hard on building my business right now. I'm putting a lot of work into coaching, into promoting my coaching, into content for you, a lot of educational and informative content, especially on Instagram. And I will continue to do that, especially because my knowledge has increased a lot this year. And I truly, truly believe that I am a great coach and I can get you the results that you're looking for. So, coaching plug, if you want to get into the shape of your life and learn how to maintain and sustain the effects, make sure to just reach out to me on Instagram, or just DM or comment word coach, and I will be in touch with you with details as to how to join Team Coached by Olivia. And if you're a fellow competitor like me and you're looking to step on stage and you need some help with your posing, you can always just DM me on my posing Instagram, Pose with Olivia, or again, just comment something and I can get on to you. Okay, so let's take a little break. I'm going to finish my coffee, I'm going to go pee, and I'll be back to talk to you about plans going forward for me. I didn't realise how full my bladder was, so I can keep drinking water now. As every video, this is your cue to drink your water. Alright, let's dive in, shall we? So, let me get comfortable here. So, the off season has come to a close. This can only mean one thing. I'm going to be dieting. But no, I'm not starting prep just yet. I'm sorry if you have been excited for the prep series. You're gonna have to wait another couple of months for that. I will be prepping this year, but not just yet. So we are doing a mock prep or a pre-prep phase. So it's going to be 10 weeks of dieting, and we are looking to pull off 10 kilos minimum, which, yes, is quite drastic. You're talking at least 1 kilo a week that needs to come off my body. I know Kuba's going to push me pretty hard, and I'm super ready for it. I'm very excited to cut. As confident as I am, I'm excited to get a little bit leaner. I'm excited for more clothes to fit me again. And although I have maintained a small in my tops, leggings have gone up to a medium, especially in the Honor Active that I just got, because they do run quite small. But most of my leggings are medium, just for comfort. Like, I'll squeeze into some smalls, but mediums just make me feel a bit better physically, especially when I'm training. I don't want to be super restricted. So it's going to be 10 weeks, and I know he's going to push me quite hard, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready to diet down. I'm ready to... My appetite has actually gone in the bin. I've actually under-eaten a couple of days this week because A, I got my period, I was in a lot of pain, and I didn't want to be shoving food down, but B, my appetite just isn't really there. Now I'm excited for my Domino's tomorrow, but apart from that, it is time to diet. My body is giving me clear signs that it's just time to diet. So 10 weeks, and then we are going to go into a 12-week reverse diet or push-up phase. So we are going to look to put on a little bit more size in that time frame before then starting actual prep. So I'm still on target for prep 2025, and I have asked Kuba. I asked him very directly last week, do you think I'm still on track? Because he has pushed this out. I was supposed to start dieting earlier, but we decided to push it out. A, because I told you I was in such a good groove, but then B, I came back from Poland and we just wanted to get a few more weeks of just a solid routine after Christmas and everything. So we decided to push it out. So with all the pushing out, obviously the prep date kept getting pushed as well. And I was just a bit worried that I'd actually run out of time to get to stage this year. But he says we are very much still on track. So he has deleted prep from my timeline. But if it was to kind of go the way it's looking here, the 6th of January was my last improvement week phase. So week 23. 13th of January, which is this Monday coming, today's Saturday by the way. Today's the 11th. We are going to start my mock prep, which is going to be 10 weeks. So that the last week of that will be the 17th of March, which is actually really nice because the 18th is a bank holiday, I think. Oh, never mind. I'm still going to be in prep for that. That's fine. So I'm going to be in prep for Valentine's, going to be in prep for St. Patrick's, and then the first week of my reverse diet starts on the 24th of March, which is really nice because I have a couple of things in April. I have my friend Mary's birthday. I then have my dad's birthday on the 16th, and then Easter is on the 20th of April. So it's actually quite nice because I'm going to be in my reverse diet for about a month before all of those events start popping up. So 4 weeks is a nice time to kind of get settled back into higher food and all of that, because obviously you want to be super controlled after. Like, I probably won't be having any off-plan meals until those events in April start popping up. So you're talking a reverse diet from the week of the 24th of March till the 9th of June. So that's the first week of June, so that is 12 weeks. If things go as planned here, which I hope they do, we will be starting prep on the 16th of June 2025. So let's say I do 4, 8, 12, 16. If I was to do a 18, 19 week prep, 4, 8, 12, 16, I would be looking to step on stage about the 27th of October / first week of November. But obviously that still depends on Kuba. I am still not sure what exactly is going to happen. I'm just looking at my average body weights here as well. So obviously my body weight is up a bit this week because of my cycle. So I'm actually going to look at last week's average. So we started at 63.8, which is about 64 kilos. And last week average was 67.1. I did get into the 68s this week, but I am actually back down to mid 67s. And I'm still on my period, so I'll probably drop a little bit more again tomorrow, back to like the low 67s. So 3-4 kilos put on of, I hope, muscle. Like, my body composition has changed drastically. So I'm very excited. I'm going to start a whole new series for the mini cut series, the mock prep series, pre-prep series, whatever we want to call it. And we're going to end the chit chat here because I think it's been about 30 minutes of me chatting shit. And I will bring you along for what I eat tomorrow because I feel like I need to share with you what I'm having for my final off-plan meal of the 2024/5 improvement season. So I am going to take you along tomorrow. It's not going to be a vlog. It's not going to be a day in the life. I am simply just going to show you a couple of the meals that I'm eating, and then I will outro the video at the end of the day tomorrow. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my chit chat. If you have made it till the end of this chit chat, drop me a peach emoji in the comments, because obviously that is my biggest hope. That is my biggest hope for the outcome of what's about to happen. I hope that the size of my glutes right now is actually reflective of muscle that I've put on in that place, and that it's not just body fat. So by the end of this cut, I want to see have I grown a pair of glutes. So on the 24th, I think, of March, we're going to see how much glutes are actually left and how much weight I actually managed to pull off. So yeah, super exciting times ahead. I am so excited to start dieting again, even though I know it's going to be difficult. This is exactly what I love. I love challenging myself. I love pushing myself to the limits, and I know Kuba's definitely going to do that. So I'm very intrigued to see what my protocols are going to be like. I'm obviously going to vlog my first couple of days of the diet. I'll probably wait till next weekend though, even though my mom is here, so I might get mom on the vlog. Which obviously she always comes when I start dieting. She couldn't have come this week. Yeah. But yeah, I will obviously keep you updated as to how my diet is going, what my protocols are, what's changed, what's not changing. And yeah, so the next vlog that you will see after this one will be episode 1 of the new series, which I need to think of a name for it. I'm probably just going to call it Mock Prep Series, but... Or maybe we should start calling it The Road to Pro. No, I'm going to wait for pro. I'm going to wait for prep, actual prep, and we are going to call it the Road to Pro series. So, yeah. I will see you tomorrow. That is it for today. I need to go finish off client work. That's why I'm in the office as well, because I can just turn around and get straight back to work. And then I need to go wash my hair. So, I was also going to film a load of content for Instagram today, but it is 5:30. I need to go eat. I need to work. And I need to wash my hair, and I just won't have time today. But it's okay because I have content for the next few days. I was just kind of planning on getting ahead. But I will have time. I'm planning to get up early, nice and early tomorrow morning. I'm going to do my steps first thing in the morning, take my check-in, do my meal prep for Monday because I'm not going to get my protocols till Monday. So I still need to have some meals for work. So I might just kind of keep on the safe side and not have the sourdough and things like that with my meal because I have a feeling that's going to get taken out anyway. So just to be on the safe side, and so I can get started as quick as possible rather than having to wait till Tuesday if I can't alter my meals on the Monday. So I'm going to do my meal prep, then I'm going to get myself ready, and I am going to film a couple of reels. I'll tell you my ideas in a second. I am then going to meet my best friend Livy for a coffee and maybe a treat, so I'll take you there. And I'm going to have my Domino's then. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So I'm going to take you along those little highlights of the day and just the reels that I want to film. I'll talk you through them now, or just tell you what I want to do. So I want to do a carousel of what I would do if I was starting my fitness journey all over again right now, knowing what I know now that I didn't know before. I want to film a reel that's just kind of encouraging clients to join the team because now is the time to start working on your summer body, guys. So I want to talk about my experiences hating my body in a bikini for years on end and really taken away from the holiday experience by only focusing on how self-conscious I was feeling rather than actually enjoying the holiday and being confident in my body. And another one is obviously I am starting a fat loss phase, so I want to do a either carousel or a short video with a caption on things that I am doing to set myself up for a successful fat loss phase, which I will probably talk to you about in the next video as well. So they're my 3 ideas that I've mapped out and actually planned out. This is how I plan content. I am very, very much pen and paper. And I also have a couple of more ideas on my phone that I need to plan, and then obviously I need to film all of this and make carousels and posts and all of that. So I have a lot of work to do, but it's okay. There's going to be a couple of changes coming to the business soon as well, so stay tuned. I'm not revealing yet. That's going to be... I haven't fully made the decision yet. If I do, I will be going ahead with it Friday 24th of January. So that weekend, 25th, 26th, I can update you on what I have decided to do with my business and my plans for my business for this year. Big plans. Big plans and a big goal. I have a massive goal to reach towards the end of the year / January 26th. And I truly believe I'm going to get there. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm not stopping until I get there. I'm sure you guys know. Okay, do you know what? If you're here, still here, and you know what I do, I'm a coach. I'm an online coach, health and fitness coach, photo shoot prep coach, wedding prep coach, whatever you want me to be, I'll be your coach. I have a big, big goal for myself for the end of the year / start of next year. What is my goal? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It involves very popular place in the world right now. That's all I'm giving you. Alright, I thank you for listening to my rant, and I will see you tomorrow, probably at breakfast. Hello guys, it is the next day, but do not be fooled by the dressing gown. I am actually in a bikini. Now, there is purpose to this. I've been up since 6 a.m. today. I actually slept till 6, and it is currently 20 past 12, and I'm only on my first meal because I've gotten up. I've done my steps. I've done my meal prep for tomorrow. I have filmed 4 reels for Instagram, obviously after getting ready. I've had 2 coffees, on to number 3. And yeah, I spent a lot of the time, I think about an hour and a half total, planning the content and then filming the content. And now I have some editing to do of the content and some previous content. So this is kind of more so for the next 2 weeks, but I have some pre-recorded stuff that I need to edit for like tomorrow, after tomorrow. So I'm going to do that right now after I have my first meal, which I'm going to show you. So I have decided to just push out my food today to allow for off-plan eating, and I am not tracking today. I'm just eating whatever I am kind of in the mood for, but obviously staying that bit more mindful. And honestly, all I was craving this morning was a load of veg, eggs, and bread, and that is what I'm having. So I put all the veggies into a pan. We have, I'll show you in a second, we have mushrooms, peppers, and tomatoes. I then cracked 2 corn-fed eggs into there and 2 egg whites, just for that extra bit of protein. With that, I have some more salad and sourdough bread. So let me show you. So here it is. So it's like a shakshuka situation. So I've got the 2 corn-fed eggs, egg white, veggies. I've got 2 slices of sourdough, which is 75 grams. With more tomatoes, a bit of lettuce, and some chives. And I have also got a coffee. So this is my first milky coffee of the day. So same as yesterday with the salted caramel milk, but it's actually just an Americano with a bit of the foam on top, because I only had like 60 mils of that milk left anyway, so I decided to just finish it. So yeah, so this is meal number 1 today. I have an hour and a half now to get some work done, change into some actual clothes, and leave the house, because I am meeting my best friend for a coffee. So I'm not sure what I'm going to eat later. I might eat out, or I might come back and eat, or I might not even eat till my Domino's, who knows. But I will catch up with you again when I eat something.